Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of my weekly wear. I am very excited to do this. I was actually considering buying this foundation and it just kind of kept getting put off, but then Makeup Forever sent me a PR package. So thank you, Makeup Forever. I am super excited to test out this foundation. As always, I'm sure you guys know this already, but A, I'm not obligated to review this product. B, I am certainly not obligated to give this a good review. And C, my name is Cassie. Starts with a C. Thought I had a C in that list of 3. I was incorrect. But they sent me a couple bottles of this, both of which are the same shade, and I think the shade they sent me is actually like maybe 1 or 2 too deep for me, but that's okay. We can use a mix-in medium on that. They sent me the Y225 shade, and then also this really nice soft brush. Like, this just looks really fancy. I hope this is synthetic bristles. Yes, it is made of fiber, so yay! It is so soft, you guys. So I will definitely use this today to try this out. They say this is a new foundation, but like I said, I think I've seen it on Sephora's website for maybe 2 or 3 months now in their new section, but it sounds like it's not targeted to me. It is ideal for normal to dry skin. As most of you know, I have very oily skin, but I still want to try it. Here, I guess we're kind of getting on into it, but this is the, as I said, Makeup Forever Reboot Active Care Revitalizing Foundation. You get 1.01 fluid ounces of product for $39, so kind of mid-range there for a foundation. If I counted correctly, there are 24 different shades available. The shade range looks decent. I feel like I've seen better from Makeup Forever. The 2 middle arms just look almost identical, the swatches, so I do think it could be improved on both ends of the spectrum, the pale end and the deep end of shades. This looks more concentrated towards medium and light medium type skin colors, but they say that this is a revitalizing foundation that is going to add a radiant satin finish to the skin while hydrating, smoothing, and firming the skin for up to 24 hours. As I said, it is for normal and dry skin, but it's also got these ingredients in it that are supposed to be good for the skin. And they say over time, the ingredients in this are going to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and increasing the hydration of the skin for up to 24 hours. It's going to make your skin smoother, plumper, radiant, and just overall flawless. They do say to use this little brush here, but usually, you know, that's just a marketing ploy. You can use whatever brush you want, but they also say that you can use a sponge. So I think that's about it. I don't know, I guess we'll try this without any whitening medium today, but I've got a feeling this is going to be a shade or 2 too deep for me. As you can also see, I guess we're kind of getting into it. We'll zoom you in. I have had my recurring, I don't know what it is, but I feel like this happens like twice a year, maybe a little more, where I have like a cyst or something. In this case, I had 2, like really deep under the skin, and you can still kind of see the sag and puffiness of my lip there, but like I have been debilitated. Like, can you see my smile? It's not quite there yet. I'll put a picture in. It's not cute when this happens, and it is so painful and so swelling. It just, my face swells up, and it is so uncomfortable, but I think, you know, we're on the mend. I certainly look much better now than I did a few days ago when I took that picture, but a few days ago, that was like a week ago. That's usually lasts like a week and a half. Pardon my rude memory card cutting me off, telling me that it's full, like I filmed too much or something. Well, anyways, skin has been washed and moisturized. These are not open wounds, as a lot of people like to tell me. They have a scab over them. We're good to go, you guys. Things will be okay. I appreciate you worrying about me, but I can tell you from personal experience living in my body that I'm good to put makeup on today. So we definitely have stuff to test. I mean, I guess I don't really have many, if any, big zits right now, except for these 2 guys. So I mean, that's good, but we do have some dry skin, some flaky stuff to try this out on. So that's exciting, since this is meant for normal to dry skin. It smells good, but I mean, it smells like fragrance. It smells like a shampoo, we will buff this out. It also feels quite liquidy. Oh, this shade actually might be quite good for me. Look at you, Makeup Forever, color matching me through the screen. Oh, you know me so well, apparently. You're like, you know, almost like it's your thing that your company does, you know, foundation, putting colors to people's skin. Do you guys get what I was trying to say? Okay, so that looks very natural. This, I think, just kind of really absorbed that. It feels wonderful going on the skin. It is very hydrating feeling, like it's got that cooling hydration for sure. It's hard to say since I don't have a ton of blemishes. I guess I have dark spots on this side of my face, but it's kind of hard to say whether or not this gave much coverage. But this side of my face will be very telling. We shall see. This is certainly a liquidy foundation. Not super liquidy, but I'm really hoping, you guys. I've been testing out some awful foundations lately, if you keep up with this series on my channel. So I am very ready to try out something that's not disgusting on my skin. Like, that would be great. Oh man, oh yeah, you can definitely see the flakiness. But we can't really fault the foundation for that. I mean, these are very special blemishes that I have going on right now. Okay, maybe it's a little yellow and a little dark. That's okay. We'll just blend that in the best we can. Definitely got a sheer coverage on that side of my face, but we're gonna go in, gonna try and layer this up, get a little more coverage, see what this foundation can do. Right, so we were able to get some more coverage, not full coverage, but I don't think this ever claimed to be. But I do think it looks very dewy, very nice, very natural. I don't know that it's necessarily oxidizing, but it is looking a little more orange, I think, a little darker on my skin, so that's a bummer. But like I said, things will be fine. We'll use a white mix in medium on later days. So I think my biggest complaint so far is just the fragrance. Smells good, don't get me wrong, but like, I'd rather not have fragrance in my foundation. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me for now. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup, go do the things that I was planning on doing today. I will check in with you all either periodically and or just see you at the very end of the night so we can see how this foundation did on the first day of wear. I'll see y'all in just a second here. Ready? Ding! All right, my friends. Hello, good evening. It's the end of the night here. Boy, time passes when you're busy. I had every intention like a few hours ago of checking in and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get this one other thing done real quick. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get this other thing done real quick. Oh yeah, this other thing too. And then it's like 3 hours later. It's my bad. It's totally my bad. But truth be told, I don't think it makes too big of a difference here. I mean, that is certainly when I was starting to feel oily. I don't think the oiliness that I'm feeling is a heavy oily feeling. It's a slightly, ooh, I'm really worried that this is gonna slide off my face, but then when/if I do end up touching my face, it's just grease that transfers off onto my fingers, which some of you are probably like, ew. But to those of you who have oily skin like me, you know that's actually a yay! Because there's no foundation also on my fingers. Just the grease that is normally on my face. So I think that's a win. I am certainly excited to keep on testing this with you guys. Obviously this isn't perfect. It is certainly showing where in my most oily areas around my mouth and all of that, like usual. But I'm really shocked. I think I'm enjoying this foundation way more than I thought I would be, so I am very excited to keep on testing it with you guys, you know? I am not dreading putting this foundation on again, and considering the past 2 foundations I've tested out, this is a big win. So I'm excited, hope you guys are excited. I will see you in just a second and we will see if my excitement continues. Ooh, what do we think? What do we think? Let's find out. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here, night number 3. I don't want to spoil things for you. I always end up spoiling things before I even show you guys the footage from the previous days. So before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead even show you the past couple of days here yet. For day number 2 of testing this foundation from Makeup Forever, went ahead and used my Smashbox Primerizer Primer. Was a little scared to add that extra bit of moisture to my face underneath this moisturizing foundation, but you know, we were gonna give it a shot, see how it does. I also went ahead and used my Too Faced concealer to cover up blemishes and that sort of a thing so that I could use a little bit less foundation, a little bit of a lighter layer. I also had forgotten on my first layer, or when I first pumped out the foundation onto my face, I'd forgotten that I was also going to use my NYX White Mix-In Medium, but I ended up correcting it, you know, and adding it for the second. It ended up working out just fine. I used my White Mix-In Medium though as well. The sun was also blaring, so that was a new filming angle. My apologies. It was really bad. There's nothing I could do about it. I was in pain. My camera was frustrated. It was a lot of emotions, but overall, we made it through. I thought the foundation looked gorgeous once again upon initial application. Really, really dewy and natural and just gorgeous, and it was looking really good throughout the day. I checked in around the 5-hour mark because I was starting to feel oily at that point, and when this does, if you do have oily skin, this does start to feel especially like it's gonna be wiping right off if you touch your face at all. However, if you touch your face, you would end up seeing that actually just your facial oil that comes off, just like the day when we didn't wear a primer. It's really awesome, you know? A very small amount of foundation does transfer off, yes. However, it's not much, and overall, I mean, I almost completely forgot at around 12 hours of wearing this makeup that I was even wearing makeup at all, you know, after having blotted earlier and whatnot. Like, my skin felt so nice and light and good. Like, I really didn't feel like I needed to go and wipe off a ton of makeup to go to bed. It was a really nice feeling, and now here on day 3, I was super pumped. I mean, clearly this foundation is doing well for me. And so with my Holy Grail primer, my Guerlain, my beloved, like, it's gonna be spectacular, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. So good! I went ahead and used my Kaja and my Too Faced concealer today since I wasn't wearing my glasses. I wanted to cover up my dark circles a little bit and once again cover up my monster blemishes on my face so that I could use a little bit less foundation, but the foundation was able to build, looks good, nice and dewy, nice and fresh, nice and radiant. It has just felt so comfortable all day today. I haven't had to blot, and while I do feel oily here at the end of the night, again, it's not, I honestly don't even really feel like the foundation is going to transfer a ton now that I'm oily. It does have that slight feeling of worry, you know, built in, but overall, I don't feel nervous to touch my face, and if I do, you know, it's just my oil that comes off. I think the foundation looks fantastic 9 hours in here. Like, I'm so freaking impressed with this foundation, and I had like very little hopes. I had hopes that it was going to be better than the past couple of foundations that I've tried out. Those would be real hard to beat in terms of could it get any worse. However, you know, I try to reserve judgment, and thank God, because oh my gosh, you guys, this is one of those times where I say thank goodness for PR. I mean, not only am I just super grateful that they would send it to me to test out, but also it gets me to try out something that I would have never seen this foundation on the market and read the description and been like, that's the one, that's the next foundation I should try. Never in a million years. But since it got sent to me, like, I tried it out and I really like this. I can like 100% see this becoming a part of my like daily kind of collection, you know, if I just need to throw on some foundation real quick, or if I just want a light natural look. I think we have a winner, folks. So, like, I haven't already listed off all the pros and cons pretty much. Let's push up our invisible glasses and look in our handy dandy notebook here to tell you about the pros and the cons. So, to start off with the pros, easy application. Real nice and easy. This blends beautifully. It has buildable coverage. I think, you know, it's got a good light to medium coverage, you know, sheer to medium coverage even. So that's cool. It's versatile. Another pro is that it just leaves your skin looking so dewy and radiant and fresh, and it's just got a really really nice natural finish to it, I think. It is also mostly lightweight. As I said, if you have oily skin like I do, it can start to feel not heavy, just noticeable that you have a foundation on, and like I said, it feels like it's gonna transfer. However, I would say this is, if not transfer proof, this is definitely transfer resistant. It is kind of amazing how resistant it is to transferring. One of the better foundations, I would say. And it also just wears gracefully, you know, fades really nice and naturally. I really am very impressed. For the cons, just that, for me anyways, the major con is that it feels like it's gonna transfer. It feels like it's gonna slide and wipe right off. But like in the long run, is that really an awful con? Not really, purely because it doesn't actually transfer off, but it is kind of a con because I do feel more self-conscious with this on, even though I know it's not gonna transfer. I still have that underlying fear. And I'm gonna reserve judgment since I haven't seen the shade range in person, but I would also kind of throw in just a little aside. The shade range, from what I remember seeing online, didn't look, it looks like it could use some improvements. So those are the pros and cons. That was this Makeup Forever foundation. Please let me know. Are you as shocked as I am? Down in the comments below. You can definitely let me know if you have tried out this foundation. What kind of skin do you have? Did it work for you? Did it not? Etc. Were you able to find a shade that matched you? Etc. Etc. I love hearing from you guys. Also, please do leave me recommendations for other foundations or just products in general that you want to see me test in future weekly wears. I always love getting that feedback from you guys. And yeah, just stay safe out there, stay healthy. I know it's scary times out there in the world right now, but hopefully I was able to distract you for, what, 10 to 20 minutes here for this foundation review. Hey fake. You can let me know if that was the case either through a comment or by giving this video a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below. Become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I would love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!